Okay, so your new bike has arrived. It will be in a box like this, full-sized, fully assembled inside the box. So we'll just open it up and I can show you how it appears inside. I've got my handy wee knife here. So, and then your open sesame. So just open it up. And it's just a case of, it will wheel out like this, and here's your brand new bike. You'll have a few things in your box, the main thing being your bike, which will be shrouded in this big bit of cardboard, just to keep it safe in transit. It will have some cardboard to cover, or plastic to cover the handlebars. And you also have a bag in it as well. And inside here will be your receipt and some instructions, and also your toolkit and pedals. Right, with your left hand crank, it's just important to remember that the thread here is going to be reversed, so left hand threaded, in that you'll tighten towards the front of the bike, in opposite to your drive side, so we'll pop that in there, and then we're going to be screwing it in this way. So get it in finger tight, and grab the pedal spanner. You just want to make sure your pedals are nice and tight. You don't want them to be a little bit loose. You want to go as tight as they can go. There we go. Picking up, picking up. Et voilà. Okay, if you've got a bike with drop bars, this part is ever so slightly more complicated in the sense that you obviously need to straighten these guys out. Just a few more bolts, so still these ones here, we'll loosen these up first. And then you want to loosen off the faceplate bolts on your, at the end of your stem here where your handlebars are. Oh, let's do that again. You want to loosen up the faceplate bolts for your handlebars so that you can rotate it, so we'll loosen these guys up. And then when they're loose, your handlebars will essentially rotate like this. You don't need to loosen them too much, you just want to be able to turn them sort of easily. And then I'll straighten up the bars. So the stem's in line with the front wheel. Once I've got that, I'll tighten these bolts here up, like that. And again, checking that they're both tight after you've tightened the other one, that's good. And then you just want to tighten up your face ones. This is essentially to taste. I would get that roughly level, this bit here, so around about there. I do that in the workshop as well, would you believe? I'll do that again. And then when you're tightening these up, you just want to make sure your bars are nice and level, so this might take a little bit of looking around the bike. There are different rules for this essentially, but what I tend to do is have these guys pointing to your rear dropout, and then just tighten them up once they're straight. One thing to bear in mind, if you have a bike that has carbon handlebars or possibly even a carbon steerer, is that short of using one of these, it might be an idea to invest in a torque wrench. It's much more important that these bolts are torqued up to the correct settings with carbon than it is with alloy. Alloy is just a bit more forgiving, so you want it to be nice and tight. But with carbon, be careful. Okay, if your bike has a rear derailleur, it will come fitted with a mech protector, which looks like this. To take it off, you just pops off like that.